Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Scott and this is another My Bourbon Journey review. So if you're new to this channel and you're looking for reviews of different whiskeys such as bourbon, rye, maybe a single malt on a very rare occasion, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So before we get into the review today, I wanted to do a few kind of shout outs to some channels that I follow and kind of interact with. And I know there's always people looking for other channels to follow for different reviews, and I thought I would just kind of give a few shout outs. So first I wanted to give a big shout out. These guys I do quite a bit of like interacting with and stuff. They watch my videos, so I always appreciate that. But Scotch Test Dummies, the Whiskey Dictionary, Bill over there, Scotch Test Dummies again, that's Scott and Bart. Whiskey Dictionary, Bill, the Malted Man Cave, Keith and Dave. Dave's not always there, but Keith is. It's Bourbon Nights, that's Chad and Sarah. They do a fantastic job. Whiskey in the Six, Trenny and C, Whiskey Blooded, Dave with Whiskey Blooded, Malted in Montreal, Swami. He's always entertaining, so check him out. No Nonsense Whiskey, Durbin's Bourbon, or Durbin's Bourbon, I'm sorry. Whiskey Jason, and Aquaviti, that's Roy. He does a lot of Scotch reviews as well. So, and then also before we get into this, the sample that I'm going to be doing a review of today was courtesy of Whiskey Sidekick. So they're on Instagram, so you can go check them out at Whiskey Sidekick. So anyway, let's go ahead and we'll get into the review. Today I'm going to be doing the Michters 10-year single barrel. Now this sample is from, and I've kind of taken a few notes and stuff already, but so this is from a bottle or single barrel from the year 2016, so it's 16B195. So that's what I'll be doing the review of today. It's not actually from this bottle. I have yet to open that. So anyway, so typically with the reviews, as most everybody knows, generally I like to get into the color, the nosing, then we'll get into the tasting, and then we'll go through the finish and wrap up other stuff. So also with some of the guys I gave the shout outs before, I'll put them or link them in the description below. So if you want to go check out their channels, feel free to do so as well. So again, we're going to be doing a review of the Michters 10-year single barrel. This is a source product. I'm not exactly sure where it's sourced from, but this is a very good distillate. I've had this before, and it's a fantastic bourbon. So anyway, let's go ahead. We'll get into the color here. So as you can see, it's a really nice kind of bronze copper type color. So again, it is a 10-year bourbon. So very, very nice color. Let's go ahead. We'll get into the nose. So I've taken some notes prior to this, but this is, again, right up front, I had lists of, lots of caramel, honey, brown sugar, baking spice, a little bit of oak, kind of a candy corn to that as well. Really, really nice sweet nose. I had some cherry, some raisin, some dark fruit, vanilla, butterscotch. Actually, the longer this is kind of opened up, the more the butterscotch has really started to come through. So again, a really, really sweet nose on this. Now again, this is from a bottling in 2016. So depending on how long they at Whiskey Sidekick had this open, it's really had a chance to kind of maybe oxidize, open up a little bit. But as far as this sample goes, I've probably had this sitting in the glass today for maybe about 30 minutes. So it's really started to kind of open up even more so. But anyway, let's go ahead. We'll get into the taste. Cheers. So right up front with this, you get a little initial heat. Not too bad. It's only 94.4 proof or 47.2 ABV. So not a huge amount of burn, a little bit right away. but then you get lots of butterscotch, lots of vanilla. That nice little rye spice kind of comes through as it sits a little bit. That starts to kind of come through. Quite a bit of the brown sugar. Again, to me, this is something that kind of fits, my palate. I like or lean a little bit more towards a sweeter bourbon. And for me, this kind of falls right in that category. This is fantastic. Really sweet, kind of, again, that candy corn, a large amount of butterscotch, the vanilla, a lot of the typical bourbon notes just enhanced a little bit more. So they've done a fantastic job sourcing this. They've done, like I said before, they've done a really good job with this. The only issue is I wish I knew more of where they actually source it from, but whoever it is that's doing the sourcing and picking the barrels is doing a good job. So, but as far as the taste of this, yeah, really nice and sweet. So even outside of the butterscotch and the typical bourbon notes, I pick up a little bit of kind of like raisin as well. That honey really kind of continues to come through. The dark fruits, kind of a cherry undertone to that. So they've done a really nice job. Finish-wise, not super long, maybe medium. It kind of sits there. I would say the longer I've continued to talk, the more I kind of get that little rye spice kind of coming through. So I don't know exactly what the mash bill of this is, but the longer or the finish portion of it still stays kind of sweet, yet there's that nice little bit of rye spice to it. So they've done a really good job with this. I'll be interested once I open this to maybe do a side-by-side comparison just to see the differences in the two. So so as always, I guess with my videos, I appreciate everybody checking these out. Give me a thumbs up, leave some comments. As I had mentioned in other videos, I did start a Patreon account, so if you want to support the channel, feel free to do so. I'll have the link to that in the description below as well, or you can go to Patreon and just search for My Bourbon Journey. So with that, again, I want to say thank you very much for checking out the video. Leave me a thumbs up, leave some comments. All of that is much appreciated. So with that being said, we'll see you next time. Cheers.